Hey, what's up guys, how's it going on? Thank you so much for clicking the video. I'm Ayrus and welcome back to another Clash Royale video, and today we have this one cool deck that I want to show you. It's really awesome. It's definitely gonna get you up there in the ladder if you're actually thinking about pushing in terms of trophies. Then this deck is really gonna come in handy for you. It's gonna really help you a lot. So it's really simple. It mainly has the princess, the knight, the inferno, and the barrel itself. Of course, the rocket may come in really helpful. So the main strategy is you have the inferno tower to keep yourself defending. Also the knight for any kind of tank that is actually coming towards you, where you actually put in the inferno tower. Make sure that the inferno tower is going to lock on to that tank, and then put in the knight to make sure that the tank is not actually going for the inferno tower, rather it's attacking the knight, so that you're getting more out of the inferno. So if the inferno is concentrating on that tank, it's definitely going to do a lot of damage. Again, the princess is going to stand in the back and do all the clearing stuff. She's going to kill down all those one attacks if there is actually maybe a minion horde or maybe a minion pack of 3 minions, and again the princess is going to come in really handy. So we have the barrel again. This again, if you ignore it, he's going to do so much damage. So again, he is one cool card to have. After that, we have the rocket, and if the opponent has a really good way of actually defending it, so if you have putting in the barrel is the only stuff which you actually will be taking in to attack that tower. So if you can actually get any damage from the Goblin barrel itself, then it's really good. But then if the opponent doesn't let you, he's actually putting in some arrows or something, then you definitely need to put in the rocket to actually deal with that. So that's going to come in really handy. So we're going to go in more in detail when it actually comes to this deck. We're going to actually show you some replays and just explain you how this is actually going to work. So before I start over, make sure you subscribe to the channel for Clash Royale content every single day. Make sure you do like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I know I'm saying this again, I'm a stupid, but let's just get right into the video. So here is the very first attack. Now of course I have the Goblin barrel in my first hand, and that's really awesome. If you're having the Goblin barrel in your first hand, it's really awesome to have that. So this guy has the musketeer, the skeleton army as well, so he's probably gonna put in the musketeer. He drops it behind, but then he's gonna defend it with the skeleton army. But then we just get maybe chip damage. That's really worth actually. Not very much, but then at least it did a decent amount of damage. So he's putting in P.E.K.K.A, and this is what I'm exactly saying you to do. Put in the Inferno Tower, make sure that the, the Inferno Tower is locking on to that P.E.K.K.A, but then this guy actually completely nailed me, and that is how you're actually going to get defended if the opponent is really good. If he actually knows what's going to come in, then he's going to actually zap it. If he has zap, then he's going to do it. So if you don't have anything for the Inferno Tower, then probably your push is going to be ruined up. So you see here, this guy doesn't has a zap or maybe a harrow to kill my barrel, and that's where I'm actually getting the advantage, because the baby dragon is just going to attack just one of those goblins, but then those other 2 goblins are actually going to do way more damage, and that's exactly what you want. So as soon as the Inferno Tower is down and the opponent puts in any troop, say a decent amount of health in that troop, the opponent's troop, then you actually want to put in the Inferno Tower, because you want to cycle the Inferno Tower, because by the time you actually are putting in any other troop, the Inferno Tower will probably come in as well. So again, if you don't want the log, I don't prefer the log, but then the log is really good for ground troops. But then if you don't want the log, you probably can take in zap as well. So there might be cases when they're bringing in a Sparky or something, you can just switch that off with just putting in a just zap spell. It's gonna really come in handy. So again, I'm having the Inferno Tower in with me. I did a complete cycle, so that's what I'm actually saying. You will be getting the Inferno Tower back to cycle, so make sure that you're actually putting in the Inferno Tower as soon as possible. So again, see, this is the case I'm actually talking about. Use the knight for defense only. The Inferno Tower, you can just see, did so much damage. It just concentrated on that P.E.K.K.A. It did so much damage, and it took it down within no time. Again, you see the Inferno Tower is back in cycle. We're actually going to put in the Goblin Gang and deal with the P.E.K.K.A this time. We're not going to put in the Inferno Tower because the P.E.K.K.A is almost down all by himself. You're going to log that princess, and if you are taking in the zap, then the zap will not take that princess down. You definitely will be needing one more shot. So you probably have to think which one is the best option for you. I personally take in the the zap, because it's really good. It deals with the air troops as well. The fact that it's just 2 elixir, that isn't a big deal. So again, the princess being dropped here to take down all those what is that, distraction troops. That's really good. So we're gonna just rocket this, and we're gonna get a decent amount of health remaining on that tower. They're just gonna probably take that down. So we're gonna put in the Goblin gang, and the P.E.K.K.A. again is having zap spell, so he'll probably be putting in the zap spell. We're gonna put in the Inferno tower, put in the knight, make sure the P.E.K.K.A. is actually attacking the knight, and we're actually gonna put in the princess, or maybe what is that, the ice spirit is actually gonna deal with that itself. So we're gonna put in the barrel, and after that we're actually gonna put in the rocket to deal with that. So he's gonna ignore it because he just dropped in his princess, and that's pretty much it. We actually got that victory. Pretty easy, pretty simple. That's how this deck actually works, you guys. It's really easy. The fact that you need to have the Inferno tower always, I mean always on that ground, on the arena, or it's going to be really hard for you. So make sure they're actually putting in the Inferno tower. Make sure they're actually cycling in through cards. So he's going to drop in the Mega Knight. Oh my goodness, the Mega Knight just killed two of my skeletons. That isn't a big deal. Again, you see, dropping the princess, she's gonna do the damage from behind. He's gonna actually arrow it, not a big problem. We're gonna put in the Inferno tower and just see the amount of damage the Inferno tower does to that Mega Knight. So the Knight is the perfect troop when you're actually coming across tanks, because he has tons of hit points. It's just 3 elixir, and he's just absolutely awesome for a card to just defend that. Although it doesn't reach that checkpoint or that tower there, he just does the defending job, and that's the reason why I actually love him. He's just 3 elixir, he's a common card, and it just does wonders. So definitely take in the Knight. There's no definite replacement for the Knight itself. So he's definitely an awesome card. So again, the princess, if you don't have any troop to put in, you just probably have to put in the princess itself. It's going to really help you. Again, we have the ice spirit to cycle in if you don't want to use any of your troop. So say you have a log, an Inferno tower, and then maybe what is that, a princess, and maybe a knight, then I would say just using the ice spirit, it's really gonna help you do that cycle. It's gonna get rid of one card, maybe get you another cool card. So the Mega Knight is down there. You can just see the Inferno tower just doing awesome amount of damage, but then just miss to get that tower connected by that Mega Knight. It would have been a big chaos over that, big destruction if that would have happened, a big trouble for us, but then that didn't happen. Lucky we were definitely lucky over there. So again, he's putting in the ice wizard, so again he's definitely going to come in with a big push. Put in the Mega Knight. So you don't want to put in the Knight and do taking any damage. You just want to save the Knight for just tanks. That's literally the only thing you want to do. And if you know that the opponent does not has any troop to kill the princess, like maybe an arrow or something, you can probably put in the Knight in front, and then the princess will probably do some damage down there or from behind. So again, just see the amount of damage the Knight is going to do for the Mega Knight is going to do for the normal Knight, while the Knight is actually going to stand there just defending and having hell amount of hit points there. That's exactly what you want to get from a card. And he's just zapping it. He has 2 cards to actually counter for my skeleton barrel, and that's really annoying. So that's when the rocket is going to come into action. And one cool thing that I don't like, it's not cool of course, is that you cannot get more crowns out of this deck. You're definitely going to get 1 out of it, but then you're definitely going to get that 1 if you actually play the right way. Although you probably put in Hawk strategies as well, you can just pull them with the Inferno tower. It's a really cool deck. You can just finish off the raid all by itself with the rocket itself. Yeah, just put in the rockets if you know that the opponent is not going to let you. Again, one other cool trick you can actually use is to trick the opponent. Put in the barrel maybe a bit further, maybe a bit behind. So it's gonna actually make sure that the opponent is actually wasting that card, and it's pretty much done. I know my what is that? The rocket is gonna do around 432, while it's around 424 or something, because mine is level 7. I definitely do read the stats. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's how this deck actually works. Make sure you do implement this. It's a really cool deck. I've been playing this for so long. I just pushed in 100 trophies. It's really awesome. If you have the princess, if you're lucky enough to have the princess, then definitely this is the deck for you. So thank you so much for watching. I'm Ayrus, and I'll be seeing you next time. Until then, goodbye.